A dramatic turnaround in the long-running federal corruption case against former Congresswoman Corrine Brown. She's expected to change her not guilty plea in order to take a plea deal to avoid a second trial on fraud and conspiracy charges over her involvement with a sham charity. Brown will be in federal court tomorrow morning, and today she spoke briefly with News4JAX reporter Jim Piggott by phone. Jim's live at the federal courthouse. So, Jim, what does she expect will happen tomorrow?
Well, she really didn't have a lot to say about this, and she told me we would find out a lot more at 11 o'clock. But I've been talking to attorneys that had been associated with the case in the past, and they are basically saying they don't believe she's going to get any more prison time, but they also say she may end up paying a fine and some restitution. Corrine Brown has always maintained her innocence since her 2017 conviction on fraud and conspiracy charges. So when she told me on the phone today that we will find out tomorrow about her future, it was a surprise. Corrine, why are you changing your plea?
Well, you'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, I know that. I understand. And are you changing it? Can you tell us what you're changing it to?
Tomorrow. We'll do it, tomorrow at 11.
In 2017, prosecutors laid out how she and her top aide used money from a charity to pay for lavish parties, trips, and shopping sprees. Brown was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but was released in 2020 because of coronavirus concerns. While in prison, she was appealing her case and won last year. The appeals court ruled a judge didn't have the right to dismiss a juror who had told other jurors the Holy Spirit told him Brown was innocent. After the juror was replaced, they restarted deliberations and convicted Brown on 18 counts in 2017. After the appeal, federal prosecutors decided to retry the case and even offered Brown a plea deal early on, which she declined. Now it looks like she has accepted a deal, and I asked her about that on the phone. Are you confident that everything is going to work out well for you?
I want you to know God has been good to me. I just talked to my pastor, and I know that he goes in front of me and make the crooked straight. That's all I can tell you. He's good.
Attorney Curtis Fallgetter has worked with Brown early on in the appeals process, but he's no longer her attorney. I asked him about this apparent change of heart. Are you surprised at this at all?
A little bit, but not terribly, because of the age of the case, the complexity of the case, the number of issues, reversal on appeal, issues about retrial, can they get a conviction, age of Congresswoman Brown. So really, for both sides, this is kind of a smart decision to bring some finality to the case.
Fallgetter doesn't believe Brown will serve any additional time, saying she would not agree to that, and the agreement should bring an end to this case. You know, lots of people have been asking about her pension. She has been getting her pension this whole time, and more than likely, that's going to continue. We're live at the federal courthouse downtown. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.